The conversation between Mia and Robin. Her relationship with her and her mom is so interesting. To see your tatas and your hoo-ha. I love that Wendy is stepping into this. I don't like how the women are hating on Mia. We gotta network across. Wendy is like, I pay for these tatas. Y'all gonna see them. Friends, if y'all come to my house, there will not be 1,700,000 plates. I love that Karen said, you know what? I'm not living in regret. I personally see no problem with rolling over at 907. Her ex Tim looks like G's younger son. I'm curious as to what Candace is gonna do with this NBA. Wendy just seems so much happier this season. That's really how you get under a wife's skin. There's moments where Mia is looking at these women talk and argue and she's just like, y'all are crazy. What up, y'all, and welcome back to season 6, episode 3 of The Real Housewives of Potomac recap and review with me, your girl Rizzo. If you do not follow me already, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, retweet, repost, put it in your stories, tell a friend. Let's get to this episode, y'all, because it was good. Okay, the episode starts off with Robin kind of in her pandemic slump, needing to get the kids up. And Juan is going in on her like, get up, you don't do anything all day, you lazy. Now, I will say, if you have a meeting at 9:10, I personally see no problem with rolling over at 9:07 and getting your life. But not for children who need to be on their camera for Zoom, for a teacher, paying attention, hopefully showered, teeth, breath, all that good stuff. These kids need food to wake up. They need like 20 minutes, especially teenage boys. Like, Robin, you can't have these kids operate the same way in which you operated, because you will create just lazy children or very complacent children. And nothing should be more embarrassing as a parent than having your teacher have to tell your child to come and tell you to make sure that they wake you up. That's gotta be embarrassing. This episode, we also saw the lazy side of Robin, but we also saw the embellished business, which also had a little bit of lazy because she said she was behind in her orders. Minor details. But I love that that business is booming and it's creating something, one, generating wealth for them and their family. We know how they have had some issues with that before. But also just an item or something for Robin to do besides just sit at home and raise these children. You know, every season she's been trying to find her thing, and I love that she found it in this house. Y'all, if you ever get a platform to do anything, make sure you sell some merch. Make sure you get into business. Get these paid partnerships, sponsorships. Do something, because people are looking to you guys. You have all these eyes on you, and people want to support you. So I respect Karen for doing this La Dame. I feel like Giselle did makeup. That didn't go too well, but you did it. Monique's business of diffusers, incense, all of that is booming. Shorty was selling out in 5 minutes. Like, it was amazing. And now our girl Wendy is going into the home essentials line, which I love. One, I love that you're doing something on this show outside of, you know, just being on the show. I love that you're using the platform to create some more, hopefully, long-standing wealth for you and your family. But I love that this is a Black essential home line. Who else do we buy? Malaysia tried to get us to buy some comforters from her. That didn't work. But like towels are moving, candles, y'all know Black folks recently discovered candles, and we love a good candle. So I love that Wendy is stepping into this. And y'all see how our girl Karen has really transformed from being this farmer girl to a trophy wife to now being a woman that these other women go to for mentorship. And it's funny how they did their flashback, and Wendy was like, yeah, Karen don't like me because I didn't go to her for mentorship. And now this season, it's all about that. And Karen is like, I love Wendy. But real talk, Wendy's aura this season, this whole Zen Wen, okay, I hear it, until the very end of the episode when she was wilding. And it was very weird how nobody else was on her side and actually called her out, which I live for. You have to be able to call your friends out when they're messing up. But Wendy just seems so much happier this season, right? She just seems like she loves her family, she loves her husband, she loves her culture, she loves her friends. You know that sometimes, like, you can tell that the women, usually it's Giselle, and now she has somehow lured Ashley into that. But you can tell sometimes the women bring stuff up just because they want to keep this show popular. So they'll stir the pot like, oh, I heard she said this and you said that, after they intentionally had the conversation with the other person. I feel like Wendy is the closest on the show as she is outside of the show. She just seems like the realest out of all the cast members. And I love that she put the drama aside, because she's like, look, sis, at the end of the day, I'm trying to grow this business. I got 3 children. This is my legacy. What can I leave them? And how can you help me to do that? We got to network across. Shout out to Issa Rae, who got married. Sonny, while we are talking about Wendy, can we talk about this interview look? I know I really like Candace's interview look, and Mia came with this black number this season, or this episode too. But Wendy is like, I pay for these tatas. Y'all gonna see them. Everything she got is a V-neck, low cut, push up. And I'm not mad at it. Now let's talk about the Karen and the Candace encounter, because our girl Candace is still holding on to these grudges last season because Karen, who was friends with both Monique and Candace, was in the middle wanting to support both people and not really pick a side. Because unlike the rest of the cast members, she didn't just hate Monique just cause they were jealous. First off, I love that Karen said, you know what? I'm not living in regrets. I know you don't want to hear this, Candace, but I wouldn't change what I did last season. And that doesn't mean that I can't support you today or couldn't support you last season. I do, but trust that I want the best for both you and for Monique. And Candace still can't grasp that. Candace really thought like, oh, I'm welcoming her into my new home. My whole aura has changed. I'm giving you tea with 3 plates, y'all. Friends, if y'all come to my house, there will not be 1,700,000 plates on your tea. You be lucky if you get a nice tea set. Actually, put that on my registry, guys. Thank you. But Candace really thought, I'll give you some grapes, some cheese, a nice charcuterie, get some tea. We can kiki. And I know you'll come back and be my BFF because look how inviting I am. And when Karen didn't fall for that, Candace was like, what? She seemed like she was betrayed or something. Like, sis, what did you expect? And you still can't go back to this? So I love that Karen is very self-assured in her ways, and she's not gonna let little Candace, who clearly was so upset and so angry in that moment, which was the genuine, the real Candace, not get to her. Also, we saw a glimpse of Candace. I guess it is a stage of growing, because whereas normally anything that Ashley would do, she would make a negative comment towards, she said, you know what, I'm not gonna talk about a pregnant woman this time. A couple of other things about Candace. One, her relationship with her mom is so interesting to me. Her husband, her life partner, was having a conversation with her. She just stopped for this woman, her best friend, who again slapped her upside the head on national television with a purse. Also, I'm curious as to what Candace is gonna do with this NBA. I love that she's getting it because I know she has a plan. But what's the plan? I know she has, but if she's not sharing it with us, which I'm not mad, because you shouldn't be sharing your plans with people until they get into action, especially groups of people who you don't know, aka me, and people around you who have been traditionally known not to support you, aka the people on Potomac. But I'm curious, what do we think? Up next, we have Ashley. I don't really have much to say about Ashley this episode, except that I am not really worried about Michael. Is that weird that I'm not worried about him cheating again? If he does, like, that would be dumb. But I'm not worried. But speaking of Ashley, I love that Giselle thought to throw their 39-week pregnant friend a pamper party. I think that's such a great idea, and I think that's something that we as women, or husbands too, need to do. Maybe the baby moon is what they do. But like, we need to definitely love on and support and wish our friend good blessings right before delivery. Not baby shower, not harding and pregnancy shoot, but like actually pouring into this love for this person. Also love how some people showed up with gifts and some people didn't. And the new girl, Robin's friend, whose name I actually forgot, she came and showed up with a gift, and it was her first time being there. And these ladies who done known Ashley for years didn't bring anything. I mean, I guess I didn't expect Candace to bring anything, but you know. Another mature moment from Giselle, or a moment that I really love from Giselle, is that when Ashley said, I want to invite Karen, Giselle said, okay. This event, this pamper party, was not about Giselle. This was about her friend Ashley. And if you're doing something for your friend and she wants to invite someone that you don't fuck with, that has nothing to do with you. And I love that Giselle just said, okay. Okay, now on to Mia, who I really still do like. I love how there's moments where Mia is looking at these women talk and argue, and she's just like, y'all are crazy, y'all are petty. Like, I love those moments where you can see like a real person in the show and you're like, where am I? But we did learn a lot about Mia this episode. First and foremost, we learned that her ex, Tim, looks like G's younger son. Maybe like 20 years removed, but they actually look very similar. So Mia has a type. 2, we learned that she was in foster care, and in her conversations, you can see that that pain is still there. She is still affected by that trauma, and it will never leave. We also learned that she wasn't just a bartender. She did become a stripper, but not like a pole stripper, but more like a lap dance, sit down next to you, take my clothes off, but look good. And by sometimes they don't ask me to take my clothes off, but ma'am, you're not wearing a ball gown. You're not wearing a prom gown. Your gown is probably a whole see-through number, so I can see your tatas and your hoo-ha. So let's not do that. I also love that Ashley, who we know be out there in these streets, Ashley was like, yeah, girl, I've been to these where the girls wear gowns. They not wearing like head to toe covered up gowns, sis. Like, don't front like it's a gown. I love Ashley for her realness. But I don't like how the women are hating on Mia. Giselle is hating on her. Wendy surely is hating on her, and I don't even know what the root of this is. Wendy just never likes anybody to talk to her what she thinks is sideways, but really it be on her level. I'm gonna screenshot that too, because they put the text message and it was real quick, but you know we have on demand, guys. We can pause, and if you pause it, it's a conversation between Mia and Robin. Mia is wishing everyone a happy Valentine's Day. And then she's asking about her son working out with one of Robin's sons because he wants to play basketball. Nothing there was like, Giselle, you're my best friend. I can't believe how amazing you are. I want to be BFFs with you. So I don't know why Giselle was painting it out like they were having conversation and they were kikiing and Mia wasn't being real with her. But on the other hand, I do get that if you said to someone, I'm just a pretty face, and you are in a group chat with me, that makes me think like, what are you doing in a group chat with me if I'm just a pretty face? So I understand that. I will say Mia needs to stop with this conversation about Eddie. That's really how you get under a wife's skin, or somebody's skin that you don't like, is really talking about how her man likes you. She said Eddie couldn't look her in the eyes. You know Wendy be having Eddie like on this leash. She gonna beat him later because of you. Don't do that. So I like this episode. I'm really excited to see where this goes with like Mia's storyline. I need Wendy to calm down. I want to see where Giselle and Karen actually go, because I feel like there's some more that's going to be leaked out, because they can't go this whole season just hating each other, right? So let's see, y'all. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, retweet, repost, subscribe, do all that stuff. Post it, tell a friend. Hit me up and let me know what y'all think about the cast thus far. I love that this show is not as long as Married at First Sight. Something I could do. Because I watch it anyway, so why not review it, right? The only other thing that I do watch is Married to Medicine. I actually need to catch up on the reunion. Let me do that now. I'll see y'all next week. Bye.